I'm Linda Newin, with, of course, my sidekick.
Me, Tony Ariza, and I am not your sidekick. I'm your co-anchor. Oh.
Anyways, before we get into the show, we would like to remind you guys of our social media.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter at MediaMBK and Instagram at MBK_media. And lastly, make sure to visit MBK411.com to stay updated on current events and information about the show.
Everyone, mark your calendars because on May 3rd, the National Honor Society is hosting a dance marathon for the Children's Hospital of Richmond.
Think of the children, Linda.
Always think of the children.
The NHS had a guest speaker, Venus, who motivated the members to push for a successful dance marathon. She informed the members of her own experience as well as her daughters, who fought for survival through the Children's Hospital of Richmond.
Venus's daughter was diagnosed with a serious illness that left her bedridden for months at a time. As a part of her treatment and struggle to stay alive, she endured bone marrow transplants and chemotherapy.
Venus' story is one of the many reasons why NHS wants this dance-a-thon to be a success. So be prepared for a full day of fun from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. here at Meadowbrook on Saturday, May 3rd, 2014.
If you guys didn't know, this week is World Languages Week. Every year, Meadowbrook recognizes and celebrates for 1 week in March all the different cultures and languages, not only in the Meadowbrook student body, but throughout the whole world as well.
We were able to catch up with Senora Flores and Senora Holmes, who is the head of the World Languages Department, to hear more on why we celebrate this every year.
Hola, estamos celebrando la Semana de los Lenguajes. We are celebrating World Languages Week. We will have a movie in Spanish and French, as well as an art project in Japanese. We'll be celebrating with international karaoke on Friday during third period. And we're going to finalize with an international dance session next week. It will be Thursday the 13th after school. See Mr. Taveras if you would like to come.
World Languages Week is a time for us to celebrate the cultural diversity here at our high school as well as in our community and the world at large. This is a time for us to share with students and staff the joy of learning a foreign language, which is a different way to view the world, a different way to express yourself, and to see things around you from a new perspective.
Be sure to pay attention to the morning announcements for this week and next week to hear Meadowbrook students speak in their native language. And be on the lookout for more events for World Languages Week.
See, that's my native language.
Oh.
Español.
As if the Success program wasn't already succeeding to bigger and better things, the students in the program had the opportunity to work with Microsoft volunteers to build computers for less fortunate families of students from Falling Creek Elementary.
It seems really, really fun. Check it out.
A volunteer here at Meadowbrook High School. We're working with Mr. Bland's Success program to refurbish computers donated through the STAR program in Northern Virginia, to take computers from that program, refurbish them, put Microsoft software on them, and then deliver them to families in Falling Creek Elementary School who don't have computers in their home, to have these computers to take home and use for school and whatnot, for personal use.
Aspect of it was, on August 1st, there were several Meadowbrook students who actually did the tutoring or mentoring of the families on how to use the computers and how to set them up. And they did a great job. And they were very, very thrilled to get these computers. We played Santa Claus. It was like giving them Christmas presents early. And for all of us who were involved in that, it was very, very rewarding. And all the credit goes to Coach Bland in this Success program. It's just one of the offshoots. So we're looking forward to doing it again here in this school year.
And now, the moment we have all not been waiting for. Let's take it to Zena and Jacob with an update on the art department.
Tony, you're so mean.
Stop being so dramatic, Linda.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Linda and Tony. Today we are... Zena, can you stop looking at your reflection? It's fine.
Sorry, I just can't help it.
Anywho, speaking of reflections, we caught up with Marquise Nicholas to talk about his award-winning entry to the PTA Reflections Contest.
My inspiration comes from many things, but really for the piece, I was like in a non-motivational state at the time, so I wasn't really motivation. I didn't have no motivation with my craft or anything, so I guess the motivation came when I heard about the reflections contest, and then the piece just came along all by itself. This is what I do for a living. This is my life. So of course, I knew it was gonna be well. Not trying to sound cocky, but you know, this is what I do. I practice for this kind of stuff, so I knew it was gonna be well.
Oh, okay. Why did the artist go to jail?
Why?
Because he was framed.
All right, that was too funny. But I enjoyed the MBK student art exhibit at the Meadowdale Library even better. Check it out.
Well, I think this is a great experience for all of our students, and I'm talking about all of our students, all of the computer graphics students, art students, photography students. They learn a lot from this show because this is something that we're going to use going into the bigger art show in the spring. So this is going to be a great experience for everybody.
Yes, and last but surely not least, we caught up with Mr. Clevenger to talk about the success of the one-act play.
So this year, well, last year, first off, I'll give a little history. Last year we wrote a one-act play, an original one-act play, and we went all the way to state with it. So this year when I asked the kids, hey, what do you want to do for the VHSL competition, they're like, we want to do a comedy this year instead of a drama. And I was like, all right, okay. So we decided instead this year, writing a drama like last year, to write a comedy. And it's a lot harder to write a comedy than it is to write a serious play. So we batted around some ideas. I told them the initial story I wanted to tell them, and then the groups got together and they wrote their scenes, and then we came up with a finished product. So we were the conference champions with our original one-act play, and we went to regionals, and we missed going back to state again by 1 point. But it was well received, and actually the winning team, the coach of the winning team actually sent me an email praising our play and telling me how much she was inspired by our play and loved our play. And I told her about last year's play, and she was like, that's the reason they did their play this year. So we're well regarded in the state. We're not going back to state this year, but some students go their whole 4-year career and never go to state, and we've been quite a few times. 3 out of 4 years, not too bad. So our kids are getting that good experience. But so Nate, next year, we'll get back there. Yeah.
Before they throw us out, don't forget next week, Tuesday, March 11th at 7 p.m. in the auditorium for $3, MBK's improv team will be performing. So come out and support Cliche.
We're not a joke, but we'll make you laugh. Oh yeah, back to you, Linda and Tony.
Recently, Meadowbrook's administration held a celebration for our freshmen who earned honor roll for the first semester. It was an extremely classy and well-deserved event.
I think it's very, very important to recognize ninth graders for their achievement because this first year sets the groundwork for the 4 years to come. And so we want them to know that it starts right now. And by showing how important it is with these kids, we're hoping to inspire other kids to rise to the bar.
It's huge because ninth graders will eventually be seniors. And when we honor their success, when we reward their hard work by acknowledging the fact that, yeah, they're among the best that we have, I think what we do is we set a culture, and that's an agreement amongst all of us, all the students and staff, that hard work is to be rewarded. So it's a big deal. It's a very big deal for me.
This will be a tradition that we hope to do the first semester every time of freshman year to really set the bar so that these kids, and I hope that it gets out in the community and more students and more ninth graders succeed and rise to it next year.
It's my hope that they would be role models in their classrooms. That other students would look at them and say, you know, I want to be like that student because of their hard work and the goals they've set for themselves. Because, you know, it's almost too easy to be lazy. It's hard work to get up early, to do your homework, to be attentive at school. It's a very hard work. I'm just happy that we got a good bunch of students willing to do that day in and day out.
I am very pleased with the dinner and the support that we've had and the wonderful speeches, and the community seems engaged, and I'm very pleased with how this has turned out.
On February 22nd, a group of Meadowbrook students had the chance to head down to the Richmond Forum, whose speaker of the month was former President George W. Bush.
The students were able to catch some photos with the president, as well as personally ask questions about his presidency or what was his favorite aspect of being president. It's quite an honor.
Let's spin it off to Justin and Kelly for sports.
Thanks, Lyndon and Tony. As we continue to head into the spring sports season, we have some news and updates on this year's football season.
Justin, don't you mean soccer, not football?
Football is Spanish for soccer, genius.
Oh, sorry. Well, anyway, we were able to catch up with some of this year's soccer players for all of your
football information.
I think as a whole, we're going to perform pretty good. We have a lot of people that are really good, but we also got to work hard. Like every year, we got to feel every position and we got to keep going.
I think we're going to do really good because we got a lot of people who has a lot of skills and who are really fast. They have ball control, but we also need people to come out and support us, like when we have games at home, because, you know, that gets us really hype. So, yeah, I think we're going to have a really good season.
Both men and women's soccer are looking like they're going to have a pretty good season this year. Make sure you come out and support our football team.
Good one, Kelly.
Thanks.
And for those of you interested in participating in outdoor track, the official start date is Monday, March 10th. Make sure you have a VHSL physical on file with Mitchell Richardson.
And then we're going to go find out what else is going on in our spring sports. Nia had a chance to catch up with some of our coaches and athletes. Let's check out what they had to say.
Thanks, Justin and Kelly. I had a chance to chat with some of our coaches and athletes participating in spring sports here at MBK. And even though I was at serious risk of getting frostbite, I hung in there and got the scoop. Check it out. Hi, Coach Walker.
Hi, how you doing?
So, what are your expectations for this upcoming season?
Expecting big things out of the guys this year. We've had a great off season. We just made cuts yesterday, and I've found myself with 15 outstanding ball players, so it should be a good year. Our first game is March 18th. It's at Colonial Heights, but then we have our first home game March 19th against Manchester.
Hi, Kira. What are your expectations for this upcoming softball season?
Well, this season I hope to win more games than last year and get a championship title.
Well, I'm hoping to win all these games this year. Hopefully we go to states. Hopefully improve more than we did last year.
Hi, Linda. So, what are your expectations for this season?
I definitely expect a team who can stick together and fight through all the little battles that we have and definitely win as a team. Yeah, this team is bigger now than it was a long time ago, so I'm really excited about having a bigger team, and I really want us to work together.
Hopefully next time it'll be a little warmer. Who am I kidding? It'll be snowing in April. I'm Nia Jenkins with MBK Sports. Back to you, Justin and Kelly.
Recently, one of MBK's coaches, Coach O in particular, was recognized as Conference 12 Men's Basketball Coach of the Year.
That's right, Justin. Let's see how Coach O feels about this great honor.
It's for the whole team. You know, we had a great season. I got an incredible coaching staff. Can't say enough about my players. So really, it's it might be a coach of the year, but it's really a team honor. We got some pretty big holes to fill. We got 4 seniors that are leaving us. But you know, I like the guys that we're bringing back. JV had a very successful year. So I'm looking forward to the start of next year.
Hopefully Coach O can carry this success onto next year and have another great basketball season.
Some other Monarchs are being recognized as well. Successful MBK alumni. You might remember on last show, we highlighted Devon Merrill. Well, Kelly, he's at it again. He was recently selected as 2013-14 Newcomer of the Year in his conference, and his 4x4 team took first place in the conference. Congratulations on all your success, Devon.
That's great. Another former MBK track star, Paris Cotman, is making headlines as well. Paris is currently a sophomore standout for the St. Francis University track team. She also recently took first place in the 400 at Northeast Conference Indoors Championship.
Morgan, Thank you for taking the time out your busy schedule to chat with us, and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Justin.
Now, you recently just participated in the 2014 NFL Combine. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience, and what are your hopes for the upcoming NFL Draft?
You know, it was a great experience to be out there with the top players in the country out of college football, just to get out there to showcase your talents and show all 32 teams what you have for them in the future of the NFL.
Last season ended back in late November for you. You've been extremely busy with interviews, participating in the Senior Bowl, continuous training, attending your classes every day, signing autographs, and meeting with NFL personnel, and the list goes on. So let me ask you, how do you manage it all?
Oh, man, it all comes down to time management. Something that I learned at Fort Union when I was there at the military school. But just you know, knowing the things that you gotta take care of and control, and you know, of course, you know, me graduating is a big deal for me. Being able to graduate from the University of Virginia this upcoming May, and then being able to be drafted in the NFL, so it's a blessing. So I just kind of, you know, pray about it and just take one day at a time.
Amen. Morgan, what advice do you have for anyone who has dreams that they want to make become a reality? What are the key things to focus on?
You know, it's a lot of things you to focus on. Just, I would have to say, being you. You know, I had a lot of struggles going through high school. You know, I was a non-qualifier before I went to the University of Virginia. But you know, I didn't let anybody, no teacher, no principal, no matter what it was, tell me that, you know, I wasn't gonna make it. So just believe in what you believe in. You know, have faith that you can get through it, and just work hard.
Powerful, amazing comment. Thank you so much for your time, Morgan.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on the show, Justin.
Think we can get you back on the show after the draft?
Hey, anytime you want.
Awesome. Congrats on all your success. We'll be rooting for you.
Yes, sir.
Before we close, we would like to highlight our Medford basketball team, who recently closed out their regular season with a victory against Matoka. A special thanks to Tomahawk Middle for their generous donation to our Medford program. You guys rock.
That's all we have for you on this segment of MBK Sports. Once again, I'm Justin.
And I'm Kelly.
And we'll see you again on the next show.
Thank you, guys. That seems to be the last of what we have for this show once again. So as always, remember to follow us on Twitter at MediaMBK and Instagram at MBK_media.
And please, please do not forget about our website, www.mbk411.com. Adios. Adios. Au revoir. Au revoir. Remember, World Language Week. Adios. See y'all later.